They're gone now. Fucking hell. Hello, Cam.
Hello. All right. Where is round one? There it is. Okay, damn. What's in round two? Ev.
Hello, Ev.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jacob.
Mabbit. Titans. Knights. Warriors. Panthers.
Absolutely, they do.
Dolphins. What's going on, Ev? How's work?
What we got left? We got the Broncos, the Knights, and the Warriors. Our final three teams. All discounted, all reduced to sell.
Go get them. The cracking prices for a half case. There's going to be a lot of cards in this half case. So for the price of like the Warriors at $79 with super followed team, it's pretty damn good value. All right. It's not big in Perth. Nothing's big in Perth. All right, folks. Bondi. Tavenham. Final three in round one. Broncos, Knights, and Warriors. Broncos are sold in round two, so whoever got Broncos in round two, grab yourself a bargain in round one. The Knights just $69, and the Warrior crew at 79. I'm surprised the Warriors didn't get snatched up. They are super followed. Great name of Ian is huge in Perth. True that. So go and get your things. I'm going to go put it in the Facebook that we're live now as well. All right. I've alerted the peoples. And we're ready to rock and roll once the people roll through. Grab these final three and we'll get stuck into the first half. Second half might run today. It might run later on. But for now, fill up round one and we'll do it. Just three discounted mains left. Broncos home to Reece Walsh, of course, who's going to be one of the highest selling base in the set. They got 20 inserts, 2 autos as well. The Knights are home to Ponga and Co. Again, 20 inserts, 2 autos. Warriors, Tuivasa Shek. They've got the Sean Johnson retirements. They've got an auto as well. Just generally going to be a fantastic rip. So lock yourselves in and we'll do the business. The rest of the website's pumping too. AFL release day. AFL spots are flying.
Absolutely, I'll show you that.
Thank you, Mr. Mabbit, for grabbing the Knights. You are a legend.
Footy Stars half case has only 2 spots left. Richmond Tigers and the West Coast Eagles. The last 2 teams in that one. Round 2 is also selling. That's another half case. 5 teams left. Brisbane Lions, Port Adelaide, Richmond, West Coast, and the Western Bulldogs. And the big boy, full case, 9 teams left. the Lions, Carlton, Fremantle, Geelong, Port Adelaide, St Kilda, the Swans, West Coast, and Western Bulldogs left
Thank
in
you.
that one.
Thank you, Bondi. You're a legend. The doggies were going up to doggies. Doggies are still there in round 2. Doggies are still there in round 2. Round 2's only got 5 left in it now.
That's right.
Thank you, Bondi, for grabbing Fins. Fins are your mans. I don't know any Dolphins fans. Well, I do now.
Donruss is still filling.
Nearly there.
2 spots left in the Messi and Friends mini. 2 left in that one.
I'll run the everyone wins for CR7 and co right now. Only 2 left in our main for NRL round 1 now.
And only 3 mains left in the Donruss as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Mabbott grabbing the mighty Newcastle Knights.
7 times.
Argentina, others, Serbia, and Sweden left in that Donruss case.
All right, I'll give you guys your everyone wins mini for CR7 and co. Good luck. Thank you guys for filling this one up. The top 10 win, which is all of you. How fantastic. 7 times to see our order. Good luck. We go once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, and a final time. I like it. 7. Matty Tons at the top, down to Mr. Lowe down the bottom. Oops, that was weird. It just cut off my screen share for no reason at all. There you go. Get rid of those. Paste you guys in here. Matty, well done. Top spot gives you a bit of CR7 and Figo to chase. Dan, Cole Palmer, and Eze Josip. You've got Gerard and TAA. Mr. DX has Beckham. Super Deep Mini. Chung, Nigeria, another Kaboom chase. George, Beckenbauer, and others for the Germans. Mr. Wilson, you've picked up all of Colombia. Michael, England, others. Benny, Portugal, others. And Mr. Lowe, France, others. Even those other spots are still crazy loaded, so not bad. Filled the last 2 on NRL. Bondi, my man. My absolute hero. Thank you, Bondi. You are a legend. Round 1 is full, my friends.
Is that Broncos and Warriors for?
It is Mr. Chris Bond.
Mr. Bond.
Thank you, Bondi. It's cracking to round 1. I'll work on round 2 while Emad's breaking round 1. Put those in order for you guys. And there you go. Thank you guys for filling up round 1 of the new NRL Titanium. It should be very fun. You guys are all legends taking the dive on the first break, so appreciate that. I'll put these into today's Facebook post, and we'll get stuck in.
Thank you, Jake. There are your teams. Bondi, you got the Broncos. Scotty Marsh, the Raiders. Big Dog, Evan with the Bulldogs. Sharks and Daniel Watt. Rodney, you've got the Titans. Sean Thompson, the Manly Sea Eagles. Cam, you got the Storm. Jacob with the Knights. Thomas with the Cowboys. Chris Bondi with the Warriors. Robert Petrovic, the Eels. Ram, you got the Panthers. Ryan, you've got the Dolphins and the Rabbitohs. Lance, you got the Dragons. Matty, you got the Roosters. And Greg has the Tigers. Okay. There she is. There's our case. This out of the way.
West Ham here, guys. Coincidentally driving through Belmore. Nice one. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
It's always fun doing this shit. Well, there goes the camera.
Bondi, what I'm going to do, my friend, is I'm going to chuck some money in your wallet as well, because I'm going to discount the mains in round 2, and you've just picked up a few, so I'm going to chuck some money in your wallet, so you would have got the discount equivalent.
All right, George.
Yeah.
So there was a bonus card on the top of this case.
Oh, who was it?
Yeah. So that goes to whoever got that team. Yeah.
Yeah. No better way to do it, I reckon.
Yes, sir. It's in my hand here. Let me do a bit of this.
Yeah, the people who took a shot the first half can definitely have a shot at that card for sure.
Absolutely. Let me just get my teams somewhere where I can see them better. Who's got them? Oh, yeah. All right. That's a bit of a workout. All right. It's a nice card. 2024 retirements. Jordan Rapana for the Canberra Raiders.
That's sick.
Scotty Marsh.
Green on green looks great.
Yeah, that's sick.
That can be numbered, right?
We'll find out. 23 of 64.
Yeah, it's dope. Nice one, Scotty.
Well done, Scotty. Jordan Rapana. 2024 retirements. That's yours, my friend. All right.
This is fun. Bondi, I'll whack some cash in your wallet for picking up those second half teams. I'm going to go discount the remaining ones now.
What do we got here? What's this? 4, 8, 12. Half case. We're doing 6 boxes.
I need to pick 6. Pick 6 blokes. Choose your boxes.
Top half, bottom half.
Top half, bottom half works. You better hope they say bottom half.
If you're allowed to choose, you're in this break. Would love a rookie order for Cooper, but he's not in this break, Ev. Yellow, top 6, bottom 6. Left, middle, left 3, middle 3.
Go on, Jacob.
Fuck up, Jacob. Bondi, I think I know what you mean here. These 3. That's what we're doing. Bondi had a semi-sensible response. That's what I'm doing.
All right, all the round 2 mains are discounted now as well, Legend. So if you want to grab discounted spot in round 2, teams from $49 again.
They look all right, these boxes. They're not bad. All right, let's get stuck in. Good luck, everyone.
That's some packs, baby.
That's a lot of packets. All right, good luck. Pack number 1. Oh, this is going to be fun, George.
Oh, yeah.
Raymond for the Dragons. Tino for the Titans. Good luck saying that last name.
That's for Sual Malawi.
Fasuma Malawi.
It's the only one I know.
Is that the one you sent me last time?
Yeah.
Fasuma Malawi. Reece Walsh for the Broncos. We've got something behind this that looks nice. I'm going to put these at the back. Jeremy Marshall King for the Dolphins. Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Nathan Cleary for the Penny Panthers. And North Queensland Cowboys checklist. We'll go to the nice cards. At the back, we've got Jai Arrow for the Rabbits. Don't know what that is, but it's nice. And behind Reece Walsh for the Dragons, Zach Lomax, round 14.
That might be the Converters parallel, maybe.
No, the Converters actually says the Converters behind it, I think.
A season to remember, maybe.
All-time scoring record.
Yeah, SR, I think, is season to remember.
That's for the Dragons, and that is St. George was Lance. Thanks, Bondi. I'm pretty NRL savvy as well, just not the current player. That's all. I want to be old school. These packs aren't easy to open.
On the back of them, near the spine, there should be like 3 dots somewhere. And if you put your finger on it and pull, it should rip it apart. You see next to the word inserts, just above it?
That?
Yeah, on the right side, right above the word insert series. Put your thumb there. Yeah, you see the little dots? Yeah, and then rip the middle. No. Put your thumb on the just above the word insert.
Oh, yeah.
And then rip the other way. Bang.
There you go. All right. Melbourne Storm checklist. Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. Jaden Campbell. Rising Stars for Peter Mamouzelos for the Rabbits. Scott Sorensen for the Panthers. Sean Lane, Jacob Preston, Jack Bostock, and Jason Taumololo. So are these numbered, Rising Stars? Is that number 38 or 51?
No, that's their set number.
51 in the set.
Yeah, so that's the set number.
Yeah, okay.
The numbering will be gold like the retirement.
Like the other one?
Yeah.
Alex Johnston. Yeah, all over the Brett Kenny era. Luciano Leilua. Manly checklist. Stacey Waka. Is that a gold? I don't know what that is. 76 of 197 for Stacey Waka and the Brisbane Broncos. That's nice. The Broncos were Chris Bond. Bondy, that's yours. Silver, Brisbane Broncos checklist. There's a couple of scratches on that, but that's it. Jesse Ramian, Phoenix Crossland, Dalen Waitini Zelezniak for the Warriors, and Hudson Young for the Raiders. And that's pack 2 done. Yeah. Yeah, mate, the Sheilas are in this. Jerome Hughes for the Storm. Jareem Buller for the Tigers. Elafiana Khan Pereira for the Titans. For the Broncos, Jock Madden in this season to remember. That's number 01 of 51. Bondi, that's yours as well. Jeremy Marshall King in the silver. Britton Nakora for the Sharks. Reece Robson for the Cowboys. Bradman Best for the Knights. How rare are the autos? Any ideas? I think it says the odds on the back of this.
Yeah, authentic signatures.
Yeah, authentic signatures. It doesn't say the odds. It says 146 per player. I don't know what that means.
I'll have a look right now for you. I believe they fall like 1 and 2, maybe.
1 and 2 boxes.
Yeah.
All right. Keno Kinney for the Titans. Roosters checklist. Adam Reynolds for the Broncos. Rising Stars Dimitri Sifakula. I hope I pronounce these right, eh? Sifakula for the Warriors. Silver for Hamiso Tabuai-Fido for the Dolphins. Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Connor Tracy for the Storm. Max Plath for the Dolphins. Dylan Lucas for the Knights. Where's our back there? Rising Stars was there. Yeah, 1 and 2 sounds all right. 1 per would have been nice, but it is what it is. We might have something here. I'm going to put them at the back. That's what I'll do. So, Tom Dearden for the Cowboys. Brian Toe for the Panthers. Mitchell Barnett for the Warriors. Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Kaloa Matangi for the Rabbits. Cherry Evans for Manly. Justin Olam for the Tigers. Behind here, we've got a silver of Jack Wyden for the Rabbits. And then what do we have here? This looks nice. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it's for. It's for the Warriors. Fan favorites. Dallin Watini Zelezniak. That's a nice card. Fan favorites, 48 of 51. That's just the set number, but the card's not actually numbered itself. What was fan favorites? 1 per 36 packs. So what's that?
1 a box.
1 a box. Warriors was Bondi. Did he? Yeah, Bondi. That's yours. Evan, where did I say Connor Tracy? Harry Grant, Lachlan Galvin, Tyrell Sloan, Rising Stars, Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers. Daily M predictor for the Gold Coast Titans.
Bang, that's sick. Nice.
That is very nice.
They don't have odds on them either, so they must be short.
32 of 40.
Dope.
The Gold Coast Titans was Rodney McGrath.
Well, I'm Rod.
Oh, mag this or what?
Nah, probably not.
No.
We don't know how common they are yet. I would guess they're going to be pretty short. It's sick, though.
It does look sick.
It's like getting a Southampton predictor.
Silver for Victor Radley and the Roosters. Messages, please. Storm checklist. Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. Jaden Campbell for the Titans. Season to remember. See, why is this one different to the other seasons? The way they cut. For the Knights, Bradman Best. Newcastle, Jacob Mabbott, that's yours. Silver for Joseph Tapini for the Raiders. Sean Lane, Jacob Preston for the Dogs. Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Tamalolo for the Cowboys. Hello, Tyler. Hope you had a good day at school, mate. We'll put the Knights in front of the Dragons there. You see the difference, Drew? The top?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe your left one's a parallel. Could be like a silver version of it, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just team dependent as well.
We're going to skip base now. Rising Stars, Jack Bostock and the Dolphins. Silver checklist for the Cowboys. And base. Couple of silvers here. At the back, we've got Mitchell Barnett for the Warriors. This one looks like a new one. I haven't seen this one yet. Mitchell Moses showcase for the Parramatta Eels.
Is it like a manga looking thing?
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, they're sick. They had those in the Cricketer Opened as well. They're 1 in 18, so you should get 2 a box.
Okay. So not Magworthy, really.
Nah, you get 2 a box. The main SSP kind of inserts we're looking for. The retirements are 1 in 2 boxes.
Yeah.
The tackling machines are SSP.
So this one here, 1 in 2 boxes.
No, that's green, so that'll be a box topper. I reckon if you hit another one, it'd be gold.
Okay.
Yeah. So they do come in the boxes as well, but that box topper will be a different color. Yeah, tackling machines, premiership predictors, Dally M predictors.
And the converters?
The converters are 1 a box.
Okay. Rising Stars for Lip Boy Hot Boy. Sick name. Silver, Jaden Campbell. Bulldogs checklist. The Rapana is a case card exclusive with the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, silver at the back. Spencer Linu for the Roosters. And Shaylee Bent for the Titans. These designs are nice. These women's ones.
Yeah, sweet.
The Titans. Rodney, that's yours. Silver Spence. Silver, Murray Talagi for the Cowboys. And then we've got something at the back behind this checklist. It's the converters for Jamal Fogarty and the Canberra Raiders. Jamal Fogarty for the Canberra Raiders, the converters. That's also a nice card.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Canberra Raiders was Scotty Marsh. Well done, Scotty. You cleaned up a couple of nice cards so far. Put you in front of the corner. We've got another converters. For Parramatta Eels, Rachel Pearson. Parramatta Eels was Robert Petrovich, and the silver of Viliami Kikau for the Bulldogs. I guess to you, Evan. Rachel Pearson, the converters. This is going to take so long. I'm not even halfway through this box.
Yeah.
Rising Stars, Josiah Karapani for the Broncos, and the silver of Joe Offahengawi for the Eels. No, not yet. By the looks of it. Fan favourites for the Storm, Harry Grant, Josh King, and Pappenhausen, and the silver of Isaac Tagau for the Panthers. Yeah, the Storm, Melbourne Storm was Cam Gumbleton. That's yours. Fan favourites. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Bondi. Fan faves for the Bulldogs, Stephen Crichton. For the Dogs, Evan Xantis. And Nick Meaney for the Storm. Yeah, it's a nice card. I hope he's still watching. Another fan faves. Good luck pronouncing that name. Hamoli Alakawatau. I don't know. Silver for Manly. Silver checklist for Manly. 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 Sean Thompson. Fan faves. Oh, yeah, it's so hard to say that name. How am I going to say that? Good luck to these people who commentate. Season to remember for Jaden Campbell and the Gold Coast Titans, and a silver for Jacob Ladole and the Dragons. We've got another showcase for Ethan Strange and the Canberra Raiders, and a silver for Katoni Staggs, Broncos. Ola Kawatu. Thank you, Bundy. Racine McGregor for the Dragons. And KO Weakest. Fuck. She looks exactly like her old man. If that is her old man. Oh, Paul McGregor. All right. Rising Stars for Lazarus Valipu and Roger Tuivasa check for the Warriors. Fan favorites. Jakia Whitfield for the Cowboys and Silva for Alafiana Khan Pereira and the Titans. Rising Stars, Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys and Kai Pierce-Paul for the Knights in the silver. Rising Stars again for Lillian White and the Knights. And silver for Tavita Totola, the Rabbits. Emma Manzelman for the Cowboys and silver checklist for the Sharks. I really like these designs on this one. It's a nice. What's today? Today's Thursday. How's everyone's Thursday? Fan favorites for the West Tigers, it's Jareen Buller and silver for Max King and the Canterbury Bulldogs. Evan and T slowly collecting now. Little hits starting to pile up. Yeah. Season to remember for the Cowboys, Chad Townsend. Yeah, same, Jacob. Mitchell Moses in the silver. It looks like a gold of Jeremiah Nanai. I don't know, it could be. Shining. It is 56 of 90 for the Cowboys. Jeremiah Nanai, North Queensland Cowboys. Tom Harriet, that's yours. 56 of 90. Numbered. Rising Stars for Lycan King Togia and silver for Luke Brooks. No, Lance. Not box 2. There's so many packs, mate. Club Heroes, Connor Watson, Clubman of the Year for the Roosters. That's also a nice one. And Phoenix Crossland for the Knights. Club Heroes is nice. It's a nice little set. Roosters was Matty. We're almost done with box one. Another gold. A gold converter's coming up. Gold converters, which will be numbered. We'll go out the back with the silver of Thomas Hazelton for the Sharks. And let me move these out of the way. Good luck, everyone. I think the team's in the top corner. For the Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm was Cam Gumbleton, Nick Meaney in the gold converters. That's nice. Well, it's not numbered. Why is it gold then?
Is that the only? No, you've got hit multiple converters, haven't you?
Yeah. It's not numbered.
Maybe just a parallel.
Maybe. Oh, almost knocked over me wall. I don't know. Well, it's still a nice hit.
Speaking of round two, Lions, only two left. Warriors and Titans are the only two left in round two. How many cases you got, Emma?
I've got 2 fresh cases.
All right, we might do a full case, my friends. We might do a full case. I know Emma would love to hear that. You can't wait to rip a full case. I might start looking at that now.
Yes.
Hello, Brendan. How are you, legend?
Let me fuck this off. Oh, yeah. Love you too, Lance. Rising Stars for Liam Ison and silver for Adam Dewey. You're pointing it to the left. That clip of him taking that conversion will never get old. Have you seen that one, G?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's going too far right now.
Case is a big break, to be fair. Panthers will be $280.
We've got another fan favourites of Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos and a silver for Jack Bostock and the Dolphins. Season to remember coming up along with the silver. Season to remember for Jack Wyden and the Rabbits. And silver for Xavier Coates and the Storm. Rising Stars, Ethan Bullimore for the Eagles, and Jayon Sewer for the Dragons. Last pack of box one. Yes, that's right, box one. Club heroes for the Dragons: Alexis Tuanei and Angelina. Angelina, I'm just going to call her Angelina because that's the longest surname I've ever seen. And a silver for Justin Olam. That's the end of box one. Let me just clear some base because there's a fucking heap of it. One moment, folks. There is so much base. And I don't have a lot of room on this desk, so I have to move it to the trays, which are behind me. All right, that's box one done. Jesus. Why do names get so much harder to pronounce these days? So many hyphens. Bloke's got 3 last names. Good luck, box 2. Showcase for Roger Tuivasa Czech and the Warriors, and Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Yeah, absolutely. Fan faves for the West Tigers and Rising Stars for the Sharks, Georgia Hanaway, and Silver, Jareen Buller for the Tigers. Rising Stars, Harrison Edwards for the Cowboys. Tackling Machines, Mitch Kenny for the Panthers, 1,021 tackles. That's nice. Is that a short print? Is that one of the short prints?
Should be numbered.
2024 Tackling Machines. It is numbered to 128. 99 of 128 for the Panthers. Panthers was Ramson Tamo. Nice hit, that one. Silver for Greg Marzu. Not a bad first number to start of the box. See, another gold converters coming up, right? Yeah. 15 to the other one, but anyway. Silver at the back for Cameron McInnes and the Sharks. Gold converters for the Rabbits. Latrell Mitchell. Ryan Sloan, that's yours. Latrell Mitchell, not numbered. And faves coming up for Manly. It's Tom Travojevic, Tommy Turbo, and Tolotau Kula for Manly, double Manly. Season to remember for the Broncos, Katoni Stags, and silver for Isaiah Katoa and the Dolphins. Stacey Walker, that's our second Stacey Walker. Silver David Fafita for the Titans. Okay. The converters is Pauline Pillai Rasabali for the Tigers and Cameron Munster for the Storm in the silver. Tigers were... Who were the Tigers? Greg Robinson. Another season to remember for the Cowboys. Kyle Felt and silver checklist for Parramatta. Rising Stars, Skylar Adams for the Broncos. Mike Arcevo for the Eels in the silver. Rising Stars again for Leahy Hopewadi and Tyrell Sloan for the Dragons in the silver. It'd be sick if they done patches and shit in this. Fan faves for the Cowboys, it's Tom Dearden and silver of Issa Yale. Yeah. I know that's not how you pronounce it. It's pronounced differently. I've heard his name said before, and that wasn't it. Sorry for butchering these names.
Good as Yo, isn't he?
Yo?
Yeah.
Issa Yo?
Zaya Yo.
It's not Isaiah.
Pretty sure that's how they say his name.
Oh, yeah. That's his Issa to me. Silver showcase for Luke Brooks and silver for Apisai Coruscant for the Tigers. Hello, Bandit. Dion Taupa for the Rabbits and the Rising Stars, and Brian Teo for the Panthers. Rising Stars, Casey Ray, and Ruben Garrick for the Broncos in the silver. No autos yet, Bandit. A couple of nice cards. We've got our Daily M predictor down there. Fan favourites, Reece Walsh for the Broncos and Jermaine Isako. I don't know. So many vowels. And Georgia Hale for the Titans and Dane Mariner for the Broncos. Converters for Adam Reynolds and the Broncos and Tamare Martin for the Warriors in the silver. Season to remember for the Dragons, Alexis Tuani. Fucking hell. And for the Rabbits, silver, Kola Matangi. Something nice behind this one. Something different looking. Something a little different looking. We're going to go out the back. It's a Newcastle silver checklist. And this one's a horizontal. That looks gold to me. It's for the Warriors. Sean Johnson, retirements. That's nice. It's not numbered. Sean Johnson in the retirements for the Warriors. The Warriors were Bondi. That's yours. Oh no, what is that for? Rising Stars for Fletcher Sharp and Newcastle, and silver, Latrell Mitchell and the Rabbits. Club Heroes for the Sharks, it's Tiana Penatani, Cronulla Sharks, and Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders in the silver. How's your day, Georgie?
Yeah, flat stick.
These are the worst packets I've ever opened, like in terms of.
Yes, they are.
Yes. Rising Stars, Samuela Fainu for the Tigers, and Sam Walker, silver, Roosters. Yeah, Bondi, that's a nice hit, that Sean Johnson. Racine McGregor for the Dragons. It's numbered 180 of 197 for Racine. Where the Dragons lands, that's yours. And Reese Robson for the Cowboys in the silver. Right. There you go, Reese. Rising Stars, Bailey Haywood for the Dogs. Jojo Fafita for the Titans in the silver. Fan faves, Sarah Togatuki for the Tigers. And silver for Reed Mahoney and the Dogs. Jesus Christ. Got another gold. Got a silver checklist for the Raiders. Gold behind this one. It's for the Penrith Panthers. It's Dylan Edwards. Rising Stars behind him. Blake Steep. Dylan Edwards. 5 of 90. Panthers was Ramsden. Fan faves for the Dogs, Reed Mahoney. And silver of Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Casey Ray, and Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. Club Heroes for Josiah Paulu for the Titans, and James Tedesco in the silver. Club Heroes Rookie of the Year. That's nice. Who's the Titans? Rodney, that's yours. Season to remember for Jamie Chapman, and silver for Jack DeBellin. DeBellin was the Dragons, and Chapman was for the Titans. Another season to remember for the Rabbitohs. It's Jai Arrow and Ezra Mam for the Broncos. Jai Arrow was for the Rabbits. Rising Stars, Josiah Paulu. Silver for Matt Burton and the Dogs. Any good doggies? You got a fan favourites of Reed Mahoney, but that was about it since Crichton, but nothing else. Another fan favourites for the Dolphins, Mark Nichols, and silver of Will Penasini for Parramatta. Who this one? That Edwards, the Penrith Panthers, Dylan Edwards. Fullback. Yeah, right. I'll try my best, bro. Rising Stars for... fuck, these names are hard. Sualuvi Fa'alogo and Tohu Harris for the Warriors. Final pack, box 2. I think we went a lot quicker with box 2. I'll try and keep that same pace. Season to remember, Samantha Bremner for the Roosters and silver checklist for the Panthers. Box 3.
Just 2 spots left in round 2, folks. It is the discounted Titans and the discounted Warriors. That's all.
Good luck. This is box 3. Yeah, sorry, Ev. It's a lot of cards, bro. A lot of packs. Casey McLean for the Panthers, Rising Stars, and Jerome Hughes in the silver for the Storm. The Converters for Nick Meaney. I think that's our second Nick Meaney in the Converters. And silver for Chansey Nickel Klogstad. Fan faves for the Eels, Mitchell Moses, Will Penasini, and Kennedy Cherrington for Parramatta. And Kyle Flanagan in the silver for the Dragons. showcase for Lachlan Galvin and the Tigers, and a silver for Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Did I say his name right, Bondi? I feel like I butchered it. Like I've butchered 99% of the names here. Jai Gray for the Rabbits. Liam Martin for the Panthers. Chansey Nickel Clogstad. All right, thanks you. Thanks you. I can't even speak English now. Fan faves. Saliva Havili for the Rabbits and Ronaldo Mulitalo for the Sharks. Season to remember, Madison Bartlett for the Raiders and Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers. Rising Stars, Grace Kemp for the Raiders. Silver for Brighton Nakora and the Sharks. Rising Stars for Sione Finau, the Dragons, and a silver for Daly Cherry Evans, Manly. Rising Stars again, Lily Peacock, and silver for Bradman Best in Newcastle. Club Heroes for the Raiders, it's Joseph Tapini, or Tapine, Player of the Year. Silver checklist for the Dolphins. Come on. Jesus. Oh, there's something nice. I don't know what it is, but it looks nice. We're going to go out the back first of Alex Johnson and the Rabbits. Yeah, what do we got here? Premiership Predictor. Georgie, how short are Premiership Predictors again? Good luck, everyone. It's West Tigers Premiership Predictor. 5 of 136. You can redeem it. Don't know how. Don't know if I've just shown a code or something, but they should have Wooden Spoon Predictor. We move on. Who was the West Tigers anyway? West Tigers was Greg Robinson. Fan faves, Mackenzie Wiki. Is that Ruben Wiki's daughter for the Raiders? Alex Seyfarth for the Tigers. Can someone confirm if that's Ruben Wiki's daughter? Canberra Raiders legend. Rising stars for Ethan King and the Roosters. Hudson Young for the Raiders. She's George's sister. Which George? Wow. This is a tough packet, this one. Jesus Christ. Grace Kemp for the Raiders and Adam Reynolds for the Broncos. Thanks, Bondi. And is that the other one from the Dragons? Is that Paul McGregor's daughter? Showcase for Luciano Leilua and Luciano Leilua for the Dragons. Fan faves for the Titans, it's Alexander Brimson. Jason Taumalolo for the Cowboys in the silver. Season to remember for the Sharks. Dale Finucane. That's the one. Dale Finucane and Jake Trebojevic for the Manly Seagulls. Finucane. Looks like I'm going to have to start watching more rugby league this season. Season to remember for the Panthers, it's Isaac Tagao or Tago and Connor Watson. Titans checklist, I think it's a silver. I'll come back to that. I don't know if it's numbered or not. Titans checklist in the silver. I like that design. It is numbered. It's to 197. 22 of 197. Gold Coast was Rodney. Rising stars for Mawala Graham Taufa and Max Plath in the silver. His daughter is Demi and Battles Green. Okay. So that the other one, what's her name? Racine McGregor, wasn't her? She looks like him, but Could just be because she's in a Dragons jersey. We have a gold. Put that down there. It's a gold converters, but I don't know if it's numbered or not. Rising Stars of Leilani Montgomery and Jacob Preston for the Dogs in the silver. Behind Lindsay Collins is our gold converters. It's for the Broncos. It's Romy Tidesel. It's not numbered. It just looks gold. Don't know why it's not numbered. It's confusing. Okay, fan. No, West Tigers checklist. That could be numbered as well, I think. And behind him, we've got a silver for the Rabbits. It's Cody Walker. No, not numbered in the silver checklist. What's the other parallel there? At the back, we've got silver checklist again for the Storm. So what's the difference between these? Oh, that's the women's checklist. It has to be. These have to be the women's checklist. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Anyway, we carry on. It's a gold checklist for the Warriors. This is the men's one. 17 of 90. That's short. Warriors. Chris Bond. Gold checklist. And we move on. Season to remember for Rebecca Pollard and the West Tigers, and a silver Sean Lane for the Eels. Sean Lane, wasn't he at the Dogs? Evan or Bondi? I remember Sean Lane. I remember that name being at the Dogs. Club Heroes, Blake Moser for the Broncos, and a silver of Xavier Savage. He was, yeah. He was a big donkey at the Dogs, but I don't remember him being any good. Yeah, our third box in. I don't know where the auto is. Kennedy Charrington for the Eels, and a silver of Bryce Cartwright, also for the Eels. Converters coming up for Kyle Flanagan and the Dragons, and a silver for Dylan Edwards. Behavior behind the scenes, not so good. Yeah, right. I swear I don't remember him being any good, eh? Like, I don't know. That's just me. Rising Stars. Oren Keeley, and silver for Tom Dearden, Cowboys. Dan Keir, Rising Stars, and Patrick Carrigan for the Broncos, silver. Fan favourites for the Knights, it's Yasmin Clydesdale. And a silver for Jacob Kiraz for the Dogs. On the Doggies. Fan favourites, Tohu Harris, the Warriors, and Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. Season to remember for the Knights, it's David Armstrong. And silver checklist for the Dogs, not numbered. I'm pretty sure by the end of this break, you all have the full set of your team. What's a $2 card? The predictor, the premiership predictor. Rising Stars, Evie McGrath for the Tigers. And silver checklist for the Roosters. Silver, Moeaki Fotuaka. Good luck saying that.
Hey, traveling handsome.
The names are killing me. Rising Stars for Harry Hayes and the Dogs. Yeah, the names are killing me.
They're not easy.
Nah. And I got mad dry mouth. So.
Doesn't help.
Yeah. Fan favourites, Nathan Cleary for the Panthers. And silver checklist for the Warriors.
Still 2 left in round 2, folks. That be Gold Coast and Warriors, both discounted. Hefty discounts on them for a half case. You've seen how many cards and hits are in these. So for $49 for the Titans, it's absolutely worth a crack.
Cherry Evans in the season to remember, and silver Alexander Brimson for the Gold Coast Titans. All right, box number 4. Still no auto for the Waker. Thank you, Bondi. For the Waker.
What'd you call me?
I've offended so many cultures with the mispronunciation of names today. And Rising Stars for Lipoy Hopboy, the Bulldogs, and Jaden Campbell for the Titans. One sec, got to clear more base. So many base. All right, I'm back. Get stuck in. Fan favorites, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbits. Silver, Nick Meaney for the Storm. Teo Adriana, hello my friends. How are you guys? Raiders season to remember, Hudson Young and Jacob Little. T. Adriana, my two favorite munchkins. It's a man's game, Jamie. Rising Stars, Maverick Goya, son of Mark, for the Panthers, and Elijah Katoa for the Storm. You know, if you just bloody spelt your names right, it'd be so much easier. But no. It's going to add fancy letters and shit. See? Samaima Taufa for the Raiders. And Blake Lowry for the Dragons. Or Blake Laurie. One of the two. Neither which are numbered. The converters for Kalen Ponga and Newcastle Knights, and for the silver is Leo Thompson, also for the Newcastle Knights. Converters is not numbered. Gold, the converters, Jamal Fogarty. See, George, this has to be numbered. This one must be numbered. I'll check it in a second. Rising Stars, Morgan Smithies for the Raiders also, and Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. That converters has to be numbered because that one is not gold and it wasn't numbered. Not numbered.
Is that Gold Warriors checklist numbered?
Yes.
That's weird.
This is the checklist is to 90.
That's cool.
But then this is gold, bro. That's not numbered.
It must just be a parallel of them.
Okay, NRL traders. We see you. Jamie, what are you talking about? What did I expect? Fan faves for KO Weekus and Charlie Steins for the Tigers. You reckon too many concussions? Rising stars for Jackson Purdue and Kai Pierce-Paul for the Knights. Millie Elliott for the Roosters and silver checklist for the Sharks. Season to remember for the Sharks, it's Anessa Biddle and silver for Tommy Talau for the Eagles. Rising stars for Jacob Laban for the Warriors and silver for Herbie Farnworth and the Dolphins. Go on, Herbie. We've got another gold. We've got a silver checklist. Hopefully it's a gold. Hopefully it's numbered. Silver checklist for the Rabbits. And gold for the Dolphins is Jermaine Isoko. Isoko will do 12 of 90. Who had the Red Cliff Dolphins is Ryan Sloan. That's yours, Sloaney. I don't mind some of the hits that come out in this. They're nice. And showcase Nathan Cleary. Oh, jeez, they haven't done him any favors there. Look at the size of that jaw. Fuck. Nathan Cleary and the Panthers and Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Rising Stars, Max Plath for the Dolphins, silver. Helam Lukey for the Cowboys. There's 20 jaws, absolutely. What do we have? The Converters coming up. Silver for Justin Olam and the Tigers. And the Converters, who had a conversion rate of 72%. The Rabbits, it's Latrell Mitchell. Latrell Mitchell. Rising Stars, Lycan King Togia, and Luke Brooks in the silver. Gold, looks like we got a retirement coming up. Good luck, everybody. We'll do the silver out the back first for Jack Bostock and the Dolphins. All right. This way. Who had this? Yeah, okay. Good luck. For the Dolphins, Jesse Bromwich. 2024 retirements. Not numbered, but still a nice card. Ryan Sloan.
All right, I need to go get live on Whatnot.
Nice, thanks for hanging around.
There is the link to round 2, folks. It is just the Titans and Warriors left. I'll get all the names out for Emad now, so you guys can slap on in if that fills up.
Showcase David Fafita for the Titans and Jai Arrow for the Rabbits. Rising Stars, Aaliyah Nasio for the Roosters, and Silver Jamal Fogarty.
All the names are out for that. You just need to put the last 2 in when they sell.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, friends. I'll be on Whatnot in 10 minutes.
Thank you. Fan faves, Jamie Chapman, the Titans, and Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, fan favorites, and Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Season to remember for the Panthers, Nathan Cleary, and Silver Dominic Young for the Roosters. Rising Stars, Tony Francis for the Titans, and Connor Tracy for the Dogs, silver. Season to remember, Tamika Upton, Newcastle Knights, and silver, Stephen Crichton for the Dogs. Go on, doggies. Accumulating slowly. Gold in the Women's Rugby League. Silver for Dylan Brown. Put these down. Out the back, we got Rising Stars, Benjamin Takura. And in the gold, Ja'Kiah Whitfield for the Cowboys. $69 of $197 for Ja'Kiah Whitfield. I don't know if it is gold. It just looks gold. Such a high number to be gold. But we carry on. Club heroes for Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers and Jermaine Hopgood for the Eels. Still waiting on our auto. Let's see if we get an auto. Mahalia Murphy for Parramatta Eels. Nathan Cleary for the Panthers. Club heroes, Newcastle. Dane Gagai, Player of the Year. And silver, Payne Haas for the Broncos. Rising Stars, Joe Chan for the Storm. Silver, Jackson Ford for the Warriors. Fan favorites for the Titans. And silver for Moses Leota for the Panthers. Rising Stars, Charlie Geimer. And silver for Selwyn Cobbo. Fan favorites, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. And a silver of Wade Egan for the Warriors. Who's joining me? Someone's joining me in the...
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Excellent. How's NRL going?
Yeah, not bad. There's a lot of cards, a lot of packs.
Yeah.
And a lot of hard names to pronounce. Tom Trbojevic for the Seagulls in the season to remember. And silver checklist for the Titans.
Mabbit.
Fan faves for Ruben Cotter and the Cowboys. And a silver of Tino Fa'asumua Maleai.
Good.
Malawau.
Yep. Plum.
Just shorten it, mate. Last pack, box 4. We've got a season to remember for the Rabbits and Harry Grant for the Storm. Box 5. Botili Vete Walsh for the Tigers and Jermaine Isoko. Oh, that fall, please. Unbelievable, eh? Surely there's one in here. Georgia Hanaway for the Sharks and Jareem Buller for the Tigers. So what George say? George said should be an auto, one in every 2 boxes. We're up to our 5th and not a single auto.
Oof.
And fan faves for the Roosters, Tedesco, Watson, and Surgis. And Rising Stars for Casey Ray. Silver for Ruben Garrick. Manly. Imagine. Bondi, didn't you choose these boxes? So I'm going to put it on you. If there's one in every box, the next one. That's on you. Fan faves, Josh King for the Storm. Silver for Tolatau Koala. Coco Koala. We got a Converters Silver for Caden Koloa Matangi. Fuck. And a Scott Drinkwater Converters for the Cowboys. Not numbered. Kulawa Matangi. I think that one. That was a better effort. Rising Stars, Blake Steep, and Silver Checklist for the Dragons. For the Raiders, sorry. I don't know why I had the Dragons on the tip of my tongue. Fan favorites, Jaden Campbell for the Titans and Scott Drinkwater in the silver. Season to remember for Sunia Turuva, the Panthers, James Tedesco in the silver. I can hear some kid outside just fucking losing it. Season to remember, Clint Gutherson for the Parramatta Eels and Asaya Katoa for the Dolphins. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbits in the silver. Yeah, too easy. Rod. Elsie Albert for Parramatta. And Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders. Listen, I don't want to offend anyone, but honestly, like, you wouldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Burden in the silver. And there was a Rising Stars. Yes, there was for Josiah Paulu. Matt Burden for the Dogs. Gold Converters coming up. Don't know if it's going to be numbered. It bloody should be, but it isn't. We'll do the silver at the back for Will Penasini in Parramatta Eels. And for the Dragons, Racine McGregor. Go on, Racine. Dragons was Lance. I think you've done the full Racine Rainbow, Lance. Converters again. Reece Robinson in the silver. Come on. Reece Robson, sorry. For Newcastle Converters, Jesse Southwell. Newcastle was Jacob Mabbott. Grabbing his locals. Rising Star for Samuela Fainu and Sam Walker in the silver. Showcase for Herbie Farnworth and the Dolphins, and silver checklist for the Panthers. Okay, we got a retirements coming up. Reed Mahoney for the Dogs. Retirement for the Raiders. Scotty Marsh. Elliot Whitehead. 2024 retirements. I don't mind the retirements. I would love to see an auto. I mean, surely we'll get one in this half. At least one. If not, I think Bondi might be right. They're all in the next half. Showcase coming up for Tom Dearden, the Cowboys, and Parramatta Eels silver checklist. Rising Stars, Rory Owen for Parramatta, and Reece Walsh, Broncos, silver. Silver, Brian Teo. Oh. Maybe something. Maybe. I'm not sure. Fan favors, Brian Teo and Dallin Watini Zalesniak. No, maybe. Where's our auto? Season to remember, Tommy Talau and Keno Keeney for the Titans. Rising Stars, Liam Henry for the Panthers, and Trent Loiero for the Storm. Fan faves for the Knights, Kalen Ponga and Dane Mariner for the Broncos. Season to remember, Adam Dewey for the Tigers, and silver, Tamari Martin for the Warriors. Gail Broughton for the Broncos, and silver checklist for the Dragons. Surely something. We need something here. Hasn't been a great box so far. Rising Stars for Bailey Haywood and the Dogs. Silver, Jojo Fafita. Club Heroes, Newcastle, Fletcher Sharp, and Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Club Heroes again for the Dogs. It's Bailey Haywood, Rookie of the Year. Silver, Dane Gagai for the Newcastle Knights. Looks like we got a gold. Put that down. Silver for Nicholas Hines and the Sharks. Please be an auto of some sort. Nico Hines. Rising Stars for Chevy Stewart. David Fafita for the Gold Coast Titans. 51 of 90. Yeah, but Ev, look, I'm with you on that, but at least this time they were actually part of the break. Who are the Titans? Rodney. Gold for feeder. Fan faves. For the Raiders, it's Ethan Strange. And Silva Samuela Fainu for the Tigers. Give me 1 moment. Need to clear some more base again. Oh. There we go, something like that. Jacob, before I listen to the random numbers, I'd still be trying to figure out what box number you said. Let's go again. How are we looking at me? Nice. That's where we want to be. Yeah, season 2 remember for the Sharks. Ronaldo Mulitalo and Tommy Turbo for Manly. Got a gold. At the back, we got silver for Jack de Belin and the Dragons. And it's for the Women's Rugby League. It's Rachel Pearson for Parramatta Eels. 174 of 197. Parramatta was Robert Petrovic. Rachel Pearson. Silver for Greg Marzu, Newcastle. Rising Stars was Harrison Edwards. These packs are flat. Ah! Fan faves, Alex Johnston for the Rabbits. Silver, Cameron McInnes for the Sharks. Final pack of box 5. The Raiders season to remember for Jamal Fogarty and silver for Apasai Coruscant. Honestly, if we don't get an auto in this last box, yeah, we're up to the last box now, Ev. This is the last box. Oh, they will. It'd be some achievement, but we could all say we were a part of EMAD's break that never hit an order. Not many other people can say that. Good luck. Last box. Silver checklist for the Sharks. That's for the women's checklist. That's the women's checklist. Jermaine Hopgood for Parramatta. Club Heroes for Max Plath, Player of the Year for the Dolphins. And silver for the Dolphins, Felici Kafusi. Jocelyn Kelleher and Rising Stars, Kai Pearce-Paul for the Knights. Cameron Murphy, silver for the Rabbits. The Converters is coming up. Oh, Jocelyn Kelleher. Quick reveal, that one. And Moses Leota for the Panthers. Jocelyn Kelleher was for the Roosters. Fan faves. Pappenhausen for the Storm. Silver for Morgan Smithies, the Raiders. Rising Stars, Charlie Geimer and Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. There's a mad line through there. Anyway. Don't want to digress. I wonder if these cards... One of these ones get graded, or can they get graded? Rising Stars, Aaliyah Nasio and Jamal Fogarty for the silver. That's in the Raiders. The Raiders spot. Eels have the season to remember and it's Zali Faye and Jeremiah Nanai for the Cowboys. Rising Stars, Morgan Smithy for the Raiders. Jesse Ramian for the Sharks in the silver. Fan faves for the Dolphins, it's Herbie Farnworth. Herbie Farnworth, and silver is Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. The Converters for Jaden Campbell and the Gold Coast Titans. And a silver for Stephen Crichton and the Bulldogs. Evan Zantis. Club Heroes, Tom Dearden for the Cowboys, Player of the Year. Silver for Charlie Staines and the Tigers. Fan faves, Kennedy Charrington for Parramatta. Nathan Cleary in the silver for the Panthers. Come on, give me one auto, please. Please. Fan faves for the Dolphins. Behind that, we've got a silver for Tommy Talau. Manly. Season to remember, Bulldogs, Matt Burton. Round 18, Matt Burton kicks second consecutive match-winning field goal. Leo Thompson for the Knights in the silver. Yeah, like this season, or last season, sorry. The last couple of years, he's been one of the best. Season to remember, Jerome Hughes and Melbourne Storm, and Payne Haas in the silver. Silver for Herbie Farmworth. Showcase for the Bulldogs, it's Viliami Kickow. I hope I said that right, Evan. Checklist, silver, Gold Coast Titans. Kalen Ponga and the Gold Converters. Not numbered. Rising Stars for Joe Chan, Melbourne. Jackson Ford for the Warriors in the silver. How about I just give you your own stand, Kalen? Rising Stars, Maverick Gaia and Elijah Katoa for the Storm in the silver. Gold something. Tommy Turbo, that'll be numbered, and a silver for Tino Fa'asuama'ilao. Oh, Tino. Your name is Tino, just Tino from now on. Tommy Turbo for Manly, We had Manly. Sean Thompson, that's numbered. That'll be 58 of 90 for Tommy Trebojevic. Fasua Malawi. Was that right? Fasua Malawi. Makes sense. Not going to argue with you. Showcase. Group card showcase. All right. What are we doing there? A group card. And Harry Grant for the Melbourne Storm in the silver. What do we do here? 1 of 18. That'll go to a randomizer once Rodney gets back. Witty! How are you, mate? Dylan Brown in the silver for Parramatta. That's good, mate. It's good to hear. Fan faves for Jessica Surgis and the Roosters. And Blake Lowry for the Dragons in the silver. Raymond Faitala Mariner for the Dragons. Rising Stars. This box needs to lift a little bit. Nico Hines in the fan faves. Yeah, bro. A silver checklist for the Rabbits. Yeah, Kenny, I will make it. Hopefully, I don't have to rip the other half until after. That one might have to be a very late night break because I do have my other job to go to. Dragons break Lowry in the fan faves and Dylan Lucas in the silver for the Knights. Hayalan. That's why I'll break it when I come back. I'm not gonna. I still got to go to my other job. We got a retirements. Jacob's favorite so far. Wade Egan for the Warriors. Some of these cards have the worst scratches on them. Straight across here. All right. It's retirement time. It's for Manly. Aaron Woods. Former Tigers, Shark, Manly Seagull. He played at the Dogs as well, I believe. New South Wales representative. Season to remember for Hamiso Tabawai Fido and silver for Ethan Strange, Canberra. Rising Stars, Max Plath. Halem Lukey for the Cowboys in the silver. Go fill up AFL. Fill up AFL. Let that break next. Fill up all the AFL. Season to remember for the Roosters, it's Daniel Tupou. And silver for Dominic Young, also for the Roosters. I'm not liking our odds here of getting an auto. What do we? We've got 5 packs left. These packets are an absolute disaster to open. Season to remember, Sean Johnson for the Warriors and William Kennedy for the Sharks in the silver. Rising Stars, Samuel Stone Street for the Sharks and silver checklist for the Tigers. Yeah, I'm not liking our odds for an order. Jessica Surgis and Hamole Olakawatu. Way big. Tamika Upton for the Knights. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Tell you what, folks, we've done it. We're gonna do it. I won't say we've done it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go a full half case of no order. Amazing. You've all been a part of history. All right. Rising Stars, Tony Francis, silver, Connor Tracy for the Dogs, and no order. And that is our round 1 first half case done. Oofed. Let me do a quick recap. All right. Jamal Fogarty, gold, the converters. Jamal Fogarty, converters. Latrell Mitchell, gold converters. Racine McGregor to 197. Stacey Waka to 197. Gold, David Fafita, 51 of 90. Ja'Kiah Whitfield to 197. Gold checklist for the Warriors. That one's to 90 as well. Titans to 197. That's the women's checklist. Dylan Edwards gold to 90. 5 of 90. Good one. Tackling machines. That's a short print. 128. 99 of 128. Fan faves for the Storm. I thought these were shorter when we were pulling them. These were out of the first box. Showcase for Mitchell Moses. That one wasn't numbered. Rachel Pearson to 197. Stephen Crichton for Bulldogs, fan faves. Season to remember. To 90, that's Jermaine Isoko for the Dolphins. Premiership predictor for the Tigers. That's to 136. It'll be a while before they get a premiership. Jeremiah Nanai, 56 of 90. Dallin Watini Zelezniak for the Warriors in the fan fave. Tommy Turbo, gold. That's also to 90. Kalen Ponga, gold converters. Now we've got our retirements. Aaron Woods, Elliot Whitehead, Jesse Bromwich, Sean Johnson, our daily M predictor for the Gold Coast Titans as well, and our box topper, which we saw at the very start of the break, was Jordan Rapana. And that one's numbered 23 of 64. That was our box topper. Goes to the Raiders. And then our group card showcase. I'm going to have to randomize that. So just bear with me. Uno momento. Let me swing my screen over. I'm going to have to see what I'm doing. Gonna have to see what I'm doing. All right. Share this. There's the website. Are you looking at the website? There's the website. All right. Let me just let me open up random. Random. Random for 2025 NRL Titanium Group card. Let me grab the teams 7 times. Share this tab instead. All right. All right, 7 times. This is for the showcase group card that has all the teams on it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Team on the top will get the group card, and it's going to the Dragons. The Dragons. Who was the Dragons? St. George Dragons. That's Lance. Lance, that's going to you, mate. Where's me Dexter? Oh, where'd me marker go now? I swear. Lance, it's yours. Clear my desk. Take it back to the website. All right, so half case of AFL, that's sold out. Round 2 of the NRL. One team left, that's the Warriors. Round 2 of the AFL, just 2 teams left, West Coast and the Bulldogs. Full case, 2 spots left, Bulldogs and the Swans. And in round 2, full case, 14 teams left. Go and fill it up, folks. Fill them up. When they get full, we will be back to rip into those. Thank you for all that joined in that first half of the NRL case break, or half case, sorry. I appreciate it. Once they all fill up, we'll be back to rip in. Thank you to everyone.